Okay, we are live on YouTube as well.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Very warm welcome to all of you to this first ever edition of 3TQ, the 3 Techies quiz, open for all college students across India, brought to you by 3 Techies Banter. 3 Techies Banter is an award winning, exciting podcast on audio and video where a bunch of people get together and talk about technology in a manner that's accessible and fun for everyone. I hope a lot of you had a chance to look at some of the 3TB audios, videos, and shots that are there. There will be some questions in the quiz that's coming up from those videos and shots. But for we're also very happy to warmly welcome everybody watching us on the YouTube live stream on the 3TB YouTube channel. So warm welcome to all of you. As we get today's quiz rolling, it's now my pleasure and privilege to invite Samiran Ghosh. Samiran is one of the prime movers behind 3TB, one of the three people who's envisioned it and who passionately continues to drive the podcast. Samiran, thank you for organizing this, and over to you for a few words before we start off today's proceedings.
Thanks, Venki, and thanks for making it possible. Uh, Good afternoon, and welcome to all of you who've taken the time and trouble to join here. I think this is the one place where, if you ever wondered what you're going to do with all that random trivia information that you're carrying in your head, this is the place that, will make you seem super cool. As Venki's already mentioned, we are a tech podcast, but our primary objective was to make technology fun and conversational. That's how we've kind of been since
Samiran,
December.
sorry, I
Yeah.
think there may be some issue. Your audio's coming through in a very garbled manner for me, at least. Uh,
Oh, is
you
It's
can
this
fine on our
better?
perhaps
end, Vicky. It's fine on our end.
it's coming through in some very speeded up manner. I'd suggest that maybe you can just drop off and rejoin and try to
Sure,
do
sure.
this again.
Sure. I'll do that. No problem.
Yeah. So we'll just give it a minute for Samiran to be back with us. But thank you in the meanwhile to all of you who've made it here. Okay. I think fine. All right. So perhaps it was just my this thing that it was not very clear. Apologies for that. We'll just let him join back and resume. But quickly for all the others, as soon as Samiran finishes, we're going to go right into the quiz. We have a two-stage quiz today. The first stage is common for all of you on Kahoot. So I think all of you are familiar with Kahoot, but we'll still take you through a couple of sample questions and so on. It's a 25 question prelim on Kahoot, which we'll conclude in the first half an hour or so. And then we will invite the top six contestants, and Kahoot will automatically be scoring and giving us a leaderboard. We will invite the top six contestants to take part in a live online quiz finale. There's some very exciting prizes lined up for all six of you. There are vouchers from Lenovo. There is a book that Samiran and one of his partners at the on the podcast have written called Tuldrun.Shunya. All of you get a copy of the book. The top two contestants who finish in the top two positions stand to win some very exciting prizes, including a Kindle e-reader and a tablet. right? So that's what is in store for you today. So as always, please play fair and play in the spirit of the game. Samiran, if you're back, over to you. Samiran, are you there? Can you unmute?
It wasn't allowing me to unmute for some reason. Sorry. Uh, uh, I won't take too much of your time already. So I think enough said about three techies banter. I think quizzing, as far as we are concerned, we are kind of all passionate about it. To me, quizzing is literally like a sport, uh, like anything else, because it allows you to build a mindset. It allows you to think on your feet, connect ideas, collaborate, and gracefully accept when you don't know something, which is kind of a great life lesson. You prepare, you strategize, you take your best shot. Sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't, but then you show up again smarter, wiser, more educated. So it's kind of a very, very clean sport in that sense. So today, win or lose, you're here because you're curious and you believe learning is fun. So, all the best to all of you and let the games begin. Thank you, Venki. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Samiran. Thank you. And like Samiran said, let's play this in the spirit of the game. Let's have fun. And may the best top six finalists make it to the grand finale and be deserving of winning these wonderful prizes that we've put together. Right. So for now, I think we'll get started. We have 35, 36 contestants on the Kahoot. You can, of course, keep joining as and when you'd like. The Kahoot game pin will always be flashed on the bottom of the screen. Let's get started. First ever edition of 3TQ. And I say the first ever edition because we're hoping to make this an annual regular affair at a good frequency with all your support. If we see enough enthusiasm and participation, brought to you by 3Techies Banter, the award winning podcast. And my name is Venki Srinivasan. I'm going to be your quiz master for today. And I represent Team Nexus Consulting. Many of you may be familiar with our quizzes, having attended it over the last few years. But over the last 12 years, we've been in the Indian quizzing space, conducting large scale and small scale quizzes for schools, colleges, and corporates and the general public, both online and on ground, as well as powering content for several television shows across the country. Please do follow us on social media if you don't already. We are on all standard social platforms, and we do announce upcoming quizzes on all of these platforms. So we also have an announcements WhatsApp group that you can join, where we will not spam you with any good morning messages, only tell you the quizzes that we do. Please do also follow Three Techies Banter on all their social platforms, including YouTube, where this quiz is going live. So once again, a special welcome to all of our guests watching on YouTube, as well as Instagram and Twitter. All right, let's go. Let's take a look at what we have in store today. Of course, we've reiterated this. Please play fair. You will only embarrass yourselves if you try to copy paste wrong answers. Or this is a technology quiz, but please use minimum technology to answer the questions. Use the intranet that's inside your heads rather than the internet. We have a 25 question quiz where 15 questions are such that you have to type in answers, and 10 questions are such that it's multiple choice. There is a timer for each type of question, and the question will be initially shown. Then we will go to the point where you answer those. Please don't answer anything on the Zoom chat. We will not be checking it. Please also don't try to interrupt the flow of the quiz by unmuting and asking for points for answers you've written, which may be close in spelling, etc. Those calls will be completely my discretion, and we will decide which to give points for and which not. Please don't argue about those things. And Kahoot will automatically do the scoring. So after every question, you will yourself know where you stand on the leaderboard. And remember that your objective is to be in the top six. There are no particular prizes for the position in which you finish in the prelim. Please stay on mute throughout. No negative marking for incorrect answers anywhere through the quiz. Couple of samples coming your way. So every question you will see will have either an M or a T on the left of the slide. The M here refers to the fact that a multiple choice is coming up, whereas a T will refer to the fact that you have to type in the answer. So here is your first multiple choice question. This climate tech company, co-founded by Chase Lockmiller and Cully Cavdis, was named after an 18th century literary figure because he had to make innovative use of his meager resources to survive. Which literary character is this? Your options are here. These sample questions carry no points, but it's just for you to familiarize with the flow. And the MCQs will have 20 seconds of time for you to quickly pick one of the four answers. All questions will have an inherent clue in them, so you can always make a guess. In multiple choice questions, even if you don't know, make a guess because there's no negative marking. We have 36 people answering, 27 of whom get this right. This is, of course, Robinson Crusoe, created by Daniel Defoe. And this climate tech company is also called Robinson Crusoe to drive home the fact that you have to do more with minimal resources. Here's a sample question where you have to type in an answer. This is a funny demonstration of how the merge sort algorithm works, intended for novice or beginner software engineers. Which company's instruction manuals inspired its design? So it's a famous global company which has a very detailed instruction manual for all its products. Just type in your answer. We're just looking for one word. You get 30 seconds for the type in answers. And we'll review all answers once all answers come in and the timer goes down. In most questions, please try to take a guess because even if the questions seem a little complicated, the answers will be very well known. The answer in this case, of course, is IKEA, because IKEA is the company that has detailed instruction manuals, and you could see something like furniture being put together there. 28 of you got it right, 7 of you got it wrong. And if anybody had done a minor misspelling on IKEA, we would have given you points as well. All right, those are the samples done. Let's get cracking. Here comes the main quiz. Question number 1 follows. All the very best. Here we go. Sir J.C. Bose, Jagdish Chandra Bose, was the first person to demonstrate how the mineral galena can be used as a crystal detector in radios. This led to the development of such devices. The thin metal wires used in these devices was named after something from the natural world it resembled. So you can see a thin metal wire there at the edge of that contraption. What was it called? Here are your options. Pioneering scientist from India, J.C. Bose. So our tribute to him as we start off the first edition of 3TQ. 4 interesting options up there for you to look at. Last few seconds. All attempts are in. Cat's whisker is the right answer. 90% of you getting it right. It was called a cat's whisker because the thin wire resembles cat's whiskers. Okay. Question 2 coming up. What product launched by Microsoft in 2005 uh, was launched by Microsoft in 2005 by using an online contest named Hex 168? The name of this product refers to the well-rounded decimal value of hexadecimal 168. So if you know hexadecimal, you can crack this. Or if you just know your business fun days, you can get it as well. We're looking for a precise 2-word answer here. what was launched by Microsoft in 2005? They used an online contest called Hex 168. So this is not a computing device. It's something more interesting. Hexadecimal 168 gets you the value of 360. So this is Xbox 360. Yeah, we'll give you points for whoever came close. That's all right. Just Xbox will not do. We specifically need Xbox 360. Slightly tough question. 70, half of you getting it right. 17 of you on Xbox 360. Well done. Moving on to question 3. Which pioneering engineer and programmer created the first prototype for this game Breakout in 1975? In 2014, in one of the first demonstrations of the novel artificial agent created by DeepMind, this game was beaten by a reinforcement learning algorithm. So they tried to, a lot of this new age AI stuff, they tried to play against other games. You must have heard of Go and so on. There was a demonstration where DeepMind created something that played against Breakout. Who had created Breakout? Here are your options. Very famous name from the tech world. Is it Steve Wozniak, Dennis Ritchie, Bill Gates, or Tim Berners-Lee? All right. The correct answer is Steve Wozniak. Well done. 30 of you getting it right. The co-founder of Apple with Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak. Question number 4. What botanical term, it's a term famous from botany as well, in software was coined because, like a seed inside a hard shell, there exists a controlling layer between the underlying hardware and user processes. It's a 6-letter word. One of the prominent examples of the same was developed and named after this Finnish gentleman. That's only an additional clue. You don't have to name him. Give us one word, which is a term in software, 6 letters. The inspiration is because there is something similar that exists in the world of botany. Last few seconds. So in the plant world, if there's a seed inside a hard shell, it's called a kernel. And Linux, of course, is what we clued you there, but what we wanted was kernel. So those two are minor typos are fine, not the others. So kernel is the correct answer. Well done, mostly cracked. Question 5. NASA's framework for the ethical use of artificial intelligence opens with the 3 laws of robotics formulated by which science fiction author? His It's a 2-word name. First word 5 letters, second word 6 letters. You can also write just his surname. That's fine. Interestingly, when you reverse his initials, it reads AI. So his actual initials are IA. Just a surname will do. Very, very famous science fiction author. Last few seconds. Lots of clues there for you to work it out. This is, of course, the 3 laws of robotics was by Isaac Asimov, who wrote the Foundation series. So Asimov or Isaac Asimov is fine. Yeah, that's okay. And that one is okay. Okay, just Isaac is also fine. We'll be nice this time. Normally, we don't give for first names. But this time we'll be nice and give it to you. Yeah, most of you getting it right on Isaac Asimov. 5 questions done. Here's the leaderboard. Vanshaj, SPJ, Akshat, Viru, and whoever's playing as 3 techies. Please note that if you qualify to the final, which will happen immediately after this, you will have to kind of confirm to us that you are a existing college student undergoing an undergrad or a postgrad course in a college in India. Yeah. Okay. 5 done. Question 6. In 2021, demonstrators for this reusable methane fueled rocket engine performed static fire tests at the DLR German Aerospace Center in Lampertshausen, Germany. Given the fact that it is a fire test, what is its name after a mythical thief? Here come your options. Put fire and mythical thief together. Try to make a guess. Yes, indeed. This was called Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods. Easy one. Majority of you getting it right. It's Prometheus. 7. This molecule gets its name as indicated by a 1-letter prefix because it carries protein-related information from a cell's nucleus to the cell's cytoplasm. In recent years, it's been at the forefront of several cutting-edge innovations in biotechnology, and you would have heard this term often in Nobel citations over the last few years. We don't want the full term. There is a 1-letter prefix. What word does that 1-letter prefix stand for? It's a 9-letter word. So don't write the term with the prefix. You have to expand the prefix and tell us what it stands for. Okay, this is mRNA, and the M there stands for messenger, right? Messenger ribonucleic acid. So messenger is what we want. Yeah, that's fine. You can give that. That's just a very hurriedly typed answer. None of the other answers seem to be correct. It's not ribosome. That's not what we were looking for. This is mRNA, so messenger. Good. 16 of you getting it right. That was a slightly tricky question. Question 7, question 8. What pejorative term is used to refer to a code base with a confused and tangled control structure? Such code is difficult for other team members to read and can often hinder debugging and maintenance. And you can see a very good example of that in the visual there. What pejorative term is used for this? So pejorative means it's a kind of insulting term. Spaghetti code, Sudoku code, cross-stitch code, or jigsaw code. So all of you writing code currently or attempting to will probably know about this and heard about it and will be praying that you never write code like this. This is because of what it resembles. This is what is called spaghetti code. I think the easiest and most answered question of the quiz so far. So good to see lots of programmers, program enthusiasts on the call. Spaghetti code is right. Question 9. What is the subject of the 1978 book titled Murmurs of Earth? The book details the author's mission to help a team craft an all-encompassing message. And we're looking for a 3-word answer. Please type it in. We're looking for a 3-word answer. The timeline is important. The title is very useful, Murmurs of Earth. And the fact that it was trying to have an all-encompassing message is also very useful. Think about it and try to make a guess. This was the Voyager Golden Record. It's the Voyager Golden Record. It was sent out in space, capturing all human sounds and voices, and they wanted it to be a permanent record of, uh, uh, you know, uh, this being out there and seeing if anybody in the universe will pick it up. That's okay. Voyager record is fine. We can give it. The Voyager record is okay. That's fine. Is anyone there? Nice guess. Voyager Journey Plaque, no. No. Voyager Golden Record, Contact with Aliens, nice guess. Golden Record, Voyager is fine. Golden Disc is okay. Just Voyager will not do. Voyager Interspace Record. Yeah, perhaps you can give that in the third line. Yeah, that one. Voyager Interstellar will not do. Voyager Craft, no, it is not the craft, it was the record. Voyager Journey Plaque, no, I don't think we can give anything else. Contact with aliens, etc. will not do. Yeah, so this is the Voyager Golden Record. Moving on to question 10, after which we'll take another look at the leaderboard. People of a certain age would remember the distinctive sounds of a dial-up modem connecting to the internet. This collection of sounds was actually a method of negotiating terms, as if confirming a deal with remote machines, and was thus called by what name? It's a 9-letter word which is a human action. Think of what you would do in real life if you were confirming a deal. We want a 1-word, 9-letter answer. So you would have heard these really garbled sounds, or at least your parents, if you ask them, they would have in the dial-up internet era, where internet was not as readily available in your hands as it is today. Yep, this was called a handshake. So it's a handshake where one system was trying to kind of connect to another system. Lots of teams getting it right. Very good. I think lots of clues there to help you. Well answered by 31 contestants who get handshake correct. And in with their noses ahead at this point are Vanshaj, Viru, Akshat, three techies, and Venugopal. Good. And YSM is doing well. But only 40% done, 60% to go. Question 11. In which company does this woman, Siobhan Zillis, serve as the Director of Operations and Special Projects? Of course, the gentleman is very famous. You just have to tell us which company. 1 word. All right. Not too difficult. Some guesses were Tesla, some guesses were X or SpaceX, but the correct answer is Neuralink. This is Neuralink, the very, very interesting company, of course, that Musk has worked on. Siobhan Zillis is in Neuralink. Okay. Next. This diagram illustrates the blank blank optimization, also called ACO, a family of algorithms used to find paths. So you can see food and nest over there, F and N, following the trails. What natural structure, home of a tiny insect, does AC refer to? So A is a 3-letter word, C is a 6-letter word. Take an obvious guess, looking at food and nest and looking at those paths. What does AC in ACO stand for? 3, 6. Very guessable on this one. Yeah, this is ant colony optimization. So AC stands for ant colony. Again, lots of people getting it right. Not ant hill, not ant bridge, not ant cocoon, not ant tunnel, not ant carrots. Nice try there. Ant colony. Okay, 28 people getting that correct. Halfway point. Question 13. What is the name of this AI-based company with a mission to close the gap on the worldwide shortage of healthcare staffing? In 2024, it launched the first ever AI agent in a health system for WellSpan Health. What is this called? Look at the image. It says do no harm. All our products must be safe, etc. There's a symbol there. Use that and tell us what is it called. Hippocratic, Apollo, Socratic, Asclepius. So there's a word there which says oath, which could help you to get to Hippocratic, because the Hippocratic oath, as you know, is taken by all medical professionals before they begin their career to do no harm to their patients. So this AI company is appropriately called Hippocratic, and they've released the first AI agent in a health system. Okay, good answering. 14 coming up. This now iconic photograph depicts a young software engineer named Margaret Hamilton posing with the pages and pages of code that helped mankind make a giant leap in the late 1960s. What was this code used for? It's now become a very famous photo to illustrate how things have come along in the world of coding as well as woman power in the technology era. Margaret Hamilton with the code that was used for what? This is the code that powered Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins to go on the Apollo 11 and land on the moon. Absolutely right. 29 of you getting it right. It's a famous photograph of all the code used for the moon landing. Question 15. This is the logo of which company founded by David Halls and yet to reach its destination? His father used to go on a lot of voyages around the Caribbean in his own sailboat, and that's what inspired the name and the logo of this company. Give us the 10-letter name of the company. Very big now in the AI world. Yep, this is Mid-Journey. There's a nice clue there saying yet to reach its destination. It's Mid-Journey, of course, which people have been using very effectively for creating images. Mid-Journey, Midgornet. Uh, I think it's fine. Just give it T and Y are very close on the keyboard, so we'll be liberal. Not Anthropic, not Atlantis, not Rainbow Turn, not Hemingway. Yeah, Mid-Journey. 60% done. Who's in the front? Viru, Vanshaj, Akshat, three techies, and APS. Okay, couple of positions churning after every 5 questions, and AG is back with an answer streak of 3. Well done. All right. Last 10 questions, 16 coming up. What is this method of testing where the internal mechanics of a system remain in the shadows known as? So there's an input, there is something that you're seeing, and there's an output. It's a two-word answer, 5, comma 3, and what you see is what you get. Very simple. Mechanics, internal mechanics remain in the shadows. So what is it called? In other words, just identify the object in the middle of the picture. Should be a simple and straightforward one. We have 34 answers. Let's see how many of them are right. This is called black box testing. So this is just a black box. Okay. 30 of you getting it correct. 31, in fact, for black box testing. Okay, well done. 17. In 2024, Adobe wowed the audience at its Max conference by showing off a tool that would allow artists to instantly transform 2D vector images into 3D models that could be rotated around the axis of the screen itself. What was this project, then a demo called? Here are your options. So you could take a 2D object and then create a 3D one with it, and it will spin around on its axis. So what was it called? Take a logical guess from all the 4 options that you have on your screen. Okay, tricky one it looks like. 19 of you getting it right. It was called Project Turntable. Project Turntable is what it was called at that point when Adobe did it at the Max conference. 18. In 1997, the fingers of Feng Xiong Su, a PhD in computer science from Carnegie Mellon University, became instrumental in whose historic victory in Manhattan. This was one of the earliest demonstrated examples where the general public witnessed the potential of AI in complex reasoning and strategic thinking. Way back in 1997, here's a useful image. There you go. It says ACM chess challenge, Gary Kasparov versus blank. And the person on the right is the name we gave you. But he was acting as the fingers of who or what? Very, very famous. This is, of course, the IBM Deep Blue computer beating Kasparov for the first time ever, a machine beating a human in something complex as chess. So Deep Blue is right. The IBM Deep Blue. So obviously the machine could only come up with the move. Somebody had to actually do the move, and that was the gentleman Feng Xiangsu. Answering 19. Keratomeiosis, literally meaning carving the horn, is a procedure to reshape the curvature of a tiny body part and thus help it focus better on a task. This is the basis for the last letter in the name of which delicate surgical procedure. So you'll have to think of a surgical procedure, a very delicate one, where the curvature of a body part is reshaped. The answer is a 5-letter word which should end in K. All right, this is LASIK. This is LASIK. Yeah, simple and straightforward. I think most of you got it with the clues. I don't know. I'll still podium. Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah. Keep hope. Hope springs eternal. But everybody, the other 30 people were sure and got to LASIK. Here's question 20. This OpenAI agent can perform tasks such as filling out forms and ordering groceries. Its name refers to an archaic profession where the person was in charge of the switchboard of a telephone exchange, like what you see there, again, way before your times. What is this agent named? It's the same as the name of this profession. Very generic English word. This person was called a switchboard operator. So all we wanted was the word operator. That's about it. Nothing more than that. Yeah, those two. And I don't know what happened to the person who started writing operator and went off to writing J's and R's and T's, but we'll give it and be nice. Since somewhere hidden in this, the word operator is there. Line operator. Okay, fine. We'll give that also. That's also fine. Computer switcher, assistant builder, assistant scorer, and Maddie is all wrong. Okay, we have 5 questions to go. And Viru, Vanshaj, Aryan, Bhavya, and now APS are in the top 5, and 3 Techies is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Remember, 6 of you will qualify for the finale. Viru seems to have established a decent lead, but the others are not too far behind. Last 5 questions. Write everything twice. WET is a software development principle that insists on duplication instead of premature abstraction. What is the opposite of this principle that insists on not duplicating code to reduce repetitive patterns? So, what's the opposite of wet? So, very logical way to work it out, even if you don't know anything about software development. Since this is wet, the opposite is obviously dry. So don't repeat yourself. Dry. That's the answer. Simple one. Most of you getting it. 22. This is a seminal research paper that laid the foundations of the transformer, leading to things like ChatGPT and changing the AI landscape forever. So this is a paper called Attention is All You Need, written by a bunch of people led by Ashish Vaswani. Very famous paper. A 1967 song by which band was the inspiration for naming the paper like this? So a 1967 song by which band was the inspiration for naming the paper like this? So the Rolling Stones, is it Led Zeppelin, is it Pink Floyd, or was it the Beatles? So famously, the Beatles sang Love is All You Need, and that became Attention is All You Need. So well done, 30 of you getting that right. Very high scoring kind of quiz so far, which is how we like it. Question 23. In 2020, Verily, a subsidiary of Alphabet, came up with a project to tackle mosquitoes. The solution was to program a bacterium to sterilize Aedes aegypti mosquitoes and slowly get rid of them. Staying true to the roots of Alphabet, they used a software engineering term to name this project, where they were slowly getting rid of insects like the Aedes aegypti mosquito. What one word, 5 letter name did they give the project? So think of a word that would be appropriate both in the medical context and in the technology context. Right? If you'd put your creative hats on, you would have figured out that one word that is common to both is debug. Debug, where you're getting rid of bugs literally. In this case, the bug being the mosquito. So this was the debug project. Well done. 25 of you worked that out nicely. Penultimate question of the preliminary round of the first edition of 3TQ, the 3 Techies quiz. Former CEO of Xerox, Ursula Burns, co-founded the STEM educator, Change the Blank. The blank is a mathematical name that suggests that it aims to balance both sides of the gender divide. So she is one of the first women of color to be head of a Fortune 100 company. So she founded Change the Blank. What's the blank? Here come your options. Change the percentage, change the numbers, change the formula, or change the equation. Simple and straightforward. Balance both sides of the gender divide. So it was changed the equation. Again, well done. 28 out of 35 people answering that absolutely correctly. Good answering there uh, to all of you. Here comes the very last question of the prelim. All the very best. And after this, we'll tell you who the top six are. In 2025, authorities in Kashmir attached scannable QR plates to certain quote unquote objects after assigning each of them a unique Aadhaar identity. So, the first example of a non human getting an Aadhaar. Using ultrasonography based gadgets, their internal structure and health can be monitored and they can be protected from climate change and other ills. What are these objects integral to the visual identity of Kashmir? So, they attached these tags and it's a digital Aadhaar. You can see something in the background, but we need a specific name, yeah, which is found in abundance in Kashmir. You could see research, forest division, etc. mentioned on that plaque there. So writing a generic word will not do. We will need a specific answer. Last of our 25 questions in today's prelim, which we've concluded in exactly 45 minutes. And these are chinar trees. Yeah, not apple trees. Nice guessing, but these are chinar trees. So the other trees, no, cedar, chinar is fine. Not saffron tree. Saffron grows on a plant, not a tree. Just trees will not do, like I said. Chinar trees in Kashmir were given Aadhaar identities. So again, good answering. 16 of you getting that right. And with that, we come to the end of the prelim. Let's take a look at who our top five are, and then we'll see who our top six are. Qualifying is Bhavya in third place. Well done. Qualifying also is Viru in second place, having led most of the quiz with a full house today. Qualifying is Aryan, and we'll get to know each of you shortly. In fourth place is Vanshaj. In fifth place is APS. And let's look at the detailed leaderboard so that we get the top six. And we'll then invite the six of you to unmute and confirm your identities and continue on in the finale. And to the others, our request is that you can drop off the Zoom call. The quiz is being streamed live on the Three Techies Banter YouTube channel, which is at Three Techies Banter with the numeral 3. You can catch the live stream over there, and we'd like to have only the six confirmed contestants here on for the finale. Can we show the leaderboard with the top 10, please?
Just a second.
Yeah. Well played, everyone. Thank you for playing and playing in the spirit of the game, and hope you found those questions interesting. We have a bunch of 30 more interesting questions for you in the finale. All right. So we have Aryan, Viru, Bhavya, Vanshaj, APS, and whoever's playing as three techies who's qualified. And in seventh and eighth place, we have Venugopal and SPJ. So perhaps you can have the top eight stay back and then check the identities of top six and then ask the remaining to drop out. Thank you very much, everyone. Narrow misses by Akhil and Nid. Well done. Scroll down, please. I'd like to call out the top 15 probably. Arudra, Akshat, Raghav, Paras, Viv, all of you, very well done. I think till Raghav, everyone's on 20,000 plus points, which means you've got 22, 23 answers correct. So do Paras and Viv, very good, well done. It's a close quiz, always online, and this was very highly competitive. So thank you for everyone for participating. Nexus team, I will go, please organize the top six and I will come back in the next 10 minutes for us to begin the finale.
Sure, Vicky. I shall paste the top 8 in the chat. Please do stay back. Okay, before we start, the finals will go on till about 5.
For the finals, everyone will need a secondary device. Does the top 8 mentioned all of you have it? You can just put a thumbs up Zoom react, please, if you have one. Okay. Please note that through the course of the finals, Venki may ask you follow-up questions to your answers. If you are unsatisfactorily able to give an answer, you will not be awarded points. And also, everybody, not only here, but the thousands watching on the live stream will become aware that what has happened, right? So please don't get into that. Please sit in a comfortable position such that both hands are clearly visible on the screen. You can sit with your arms, hands crossed. You only need your phone when it comes to the buzzer round. That we'll get that set up in a second. Yes, you can unmute again, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
people can unmute now.
Yeah, I just had one question. Do I need to bring my college ID card?
Yes, ideally, we just want to quickly everyone check your college credentials.
I'll bring it. I'll bring it.
Yeah, right. I'll need a minute as well.
Yeah, please everyone bring your college ID proof or some kind of proof that you are currently a college student. I think the chat is open as well now. Please put your college into the chat, the top 6 right now. And also the person playing as 3 techies, can you identify yourself, please? You can put your college in the chat. Okay, Bhavya from Lovely Professional University. Please stay on camera, don't leave the screen. Yeah, the person who played as 3 techies, can you please identify yourself? You have another minute to do so, otherwise we will call up the person who's in 7th place. Okay, I've received from 3 people. Aryan and Aryan, I believe you got your ID cards. Can you just flash them on the screen, please? You have to unblur your background. Okay, I think Ramakrishna and Arya, you're good. SNU Aryan, you're good. Bhavya, can you send me some kind of proof that you're from Lovely Professional?
I don't have a physical copy actually, so can I mail you
Yeah, that's fine.
the
That's fine. You can
yeah,
just you can mail it to me. You would have received an invite to the link from Abhay at Consult Nexus yesterday. Please. Okay, the person who played as Viru, are you here?
Just confirming you saw my ID card.
I saw Aryan. You're fine.
shared on the mail.
Okay. All right. Vanshaj, if you're on the call, can you come on camera, please? Venki, this may take a few more minutes. I think a few people stepped away from the screen.
Sure, no
Just hold.
problem. Take your
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Fine. Venugopal, are you on the call?
Yes, sir.
Can you just come on camera and show me an ID if you can? All right. Is that Bennett University?
Yeah, I will text in the message. Yes.
Okay. APS, are you on the call? The participant who played as APS. Okay.
Uh, Excuse me.
Yes.
Right. By what time does the finals gonna start?
Let's just once we start the actual finals, which once we have the top six, that is, it should take about an hour and a half. Okay, so
All right.
hopefully by 5 everything will be done.
Okay. And we'll start at what? Say 2:30.
Yeah, I just have to close the top six first,
All
right?
right.
So far I have 3 confirmed.
Just one doubt. Do I still need to be on the Kahoot?
You don't need, you can leave the count.
Fine, thank you.
Abid, so I'm number 8, SPJ. Could you let me know if
Yeah,
there's a chance?
just give me a second. I'm just going to call these other participants and then. But in the meantime, if you have your ID card handy, can you flash it on the screen?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Just a
can't. You have
second.
to remove the
Yeah,
background.
yeah, yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah, Vanshaj, are you
Is
there? Okay, this is IIT Kanpur, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Vanshaj, are you there? Can you come on camera, please? Okay, hold on 1 second, please. Just allow me a moment to call these participants. Okay, Venki, looks like we've had a few dropouts. They're not identifying themselves here. So I
Okay,
think we'll call up 7 and 8 who are on the call, which is
sure.
Venugopal and SPJ.
Absolutely. Sure.
We
Sorry.
will still need one more person, I think. Let me, Shorjo, can you just share who's ninth on the list, please?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry, I was gone to the washroom and you were calling out my name. My name's
No, no,
APS.
no. Your APS, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay, 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 okay,
I'm
okay.
so sorry. I'd gone to the washroom and I
No
came back
worries.
and then I just saw the live stream. But so
No problem. Okay, so then we have Aryan from Vivekananda, Bhavya from Lovely Professional, Vanshaj did not respond, Viru did not respond, APS, your Aryan from Shivnadar.
Okay.
So that is 1, 2, 3. Venugopal, SPJ. Yeah, that's still 5. We need one more. So
Yeah. Whoever was sixth from IIT Kanpur, I think just take him and we should be done.
no, we're already at 8, Venki. We need to call who's ninth. So just give me a moment. 1 second.
Yeah, I've pasted 9th and 10th in the chat.
Shorjo, can you stop sharing screen for a second? Yeah, Akhil, can you just flash an ID onto the screen, please?
So I'm at my home. So
Do you have any kind of bona fide to show you're a current student?
uh, wait a minute. I have a friend at the college hostel, so I might do
No,
some.
you'll have something with your name on it that says you're a student at CET, right?
See, we don't have ID card because I'm at Applied Electronics, so they haven't provided any ID card as such. But uh, wait a minute. I will call my friend.
Okay.
Uh,
Just so we're clear, uh, your friend will not be enough of a bona fide. Okay, Akhil, you know what? It's fine for now. We'll verify your this thing credentials later. I think I know who you are, so we can start. So just to reiterate the finalists now, please come on camera right now. Aryan from SNU, Aryan from Vivekananda, Bhavya from Lovely Professional University, Sparsh is from IIT Kanpur, right?
Yes.
Venugopal, you're from Bennett University.
Yes, sir.
Can we have the final order on screen, please? With
I'll do it in just 1 second. Thank you. Give me a minute.
okay, Marian SNU is on 1. Okay, Aryan Vivekananda on 2. Akhil CET. Okay, I think we are good to go.
Abid, could you stop sharing? My screen is visible, I hope.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, everyone, please go to buzzin.live on your second device. I've shared the link on the Zoom chat. And just wait, I'll share a game pin with you. You'll have to click join game and enter this game pin. Since we have two people with the same name, just add your college short form, SNU, and you can just add Vivekananda, the two Aryans. Okay. Bhavya Aryan from SNU is on. Okay, both Aryans. Venugopal, Bhavya, Sparsh. Only Akhil is yet to join. Akhil, any issues joining the buzzer?
All right. No, no, I will join now.
Yeah, please do. We're waiting for you.
So I've joined. I joined.
Yes, I see you. Okay, I think everyone's on the buzzer as well, Venki. We're good to go.
Great. Thank you, Team Nexus, and good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you watching us on the YouTube live stream on 3 Techies Banter to the first ever edition of 3TQ, the National Intercollege Solo Quiz brought to you by 3 Techies Banter. 3 Techies Banter, as many or all of you might know, is one of India's leading award-winning podcasts run by Samiran Ghosh, Sheetal Choksi, and team to demystify the world of technology and its developments for you on a regular basis. They have podcasts, video podcasts, as well as shorts. And this is an initiative by 3 Techies Banter to kind of spread the word and bring about an awareness of technology in daily life and applications, not necessarily only restricted to people following an engineering or a technology degree. We've had lots of registrations from students from across the country, and about 40 of those students took the preliminary round that was just concluded a while back. And from there, we've chosen our top 6 finalists who are going to do battle here over the next 75 minutes or so as they tackle 30 questions from the world of technology and its application in real life. The winner for today is going to win themselves a really nice Kindle e-reader or an equivalent device. The runner-up is going to win themselves a tablet device from a leading brand. And all finalists will get vouchers sponsored by Lenovo for various devices. The 3TB team rather, has also written a lovely science fiction book called Tuldrun.Shunya. You will get copies of that book, all finalists, as well as vouchers, which will make your time here worthwhile. Let's move ahead. The quiz today is researched and brought to you by Nexus Consulting. My name is Venki Srinivasan. I'm going to be your quiz master for today. And Nexus is a quizzing and knowledge enhancement company. We are based in Bengaluru and Mumbai. Please do follow us on social media for announcements and updates on our quizzes. One standard rule to all participants throughout the quiz: we need to see both your hands in front of screen like this very clearly. There are only a couple of rounds on the buzzer. On the passing rounds, there is no pounce, there is no buzzing to be done. You just have to answer when it's your turn. So we like to see both hands clearly in front of screen, just so that we avoid any kind of semblance of foul play. Please don't, and please continue keeping your look and gaze on the screen itself. We don't want the unpleasantness of me having to interrupt you in the middle and asking you to show your hands. We might keep doing that if we see your hands off screen. You're all familiar with this. Please don't try to use technology to beat the system in a technology quiz. Let's have fun. The 6 of you have qualified here. All of you are seasoned quizzers. So let's enjoy this and let's have fun. We have 4 rounds in the quiz, 2 that will go on passing and 2 that will go on the buzzer, right? Before we get started, quick round of introductions from all of you, starting with our contestant number 1, Aryan from Shiv Nadar University.
Hi, my name's Aryan. I'm from Shivnati University, as the QM already mentioned. I am a BA Research IR student, International Relations. I've been quizzing since 6th grade, and it's very fun.
All right, welcome, Aryan. Moving on to contestant number 2 is also Aryan.
Hi everyone, I am Aryan Ghosh, the second Aryan in this quiz, and I am from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, Chennai, and I have been an avid quizzer, a school quizzer, and now this year I'm in my first year, and I'm doing national level college quizzing as well. So yeah, thank you.
And what course are you pursuing, Aryan, at
I
Viveka?
am doing BCom Accounting and Finance.
BCom Accounting and Finance. Welcome. So from the north and south, and continuing on in the south, Akhil.
Yes, sir. I'm from CET. I'm pursuing in applied electronics first year. And, and that's
Okay, welcome, Akhil from CET. Akhil, when you speak, please speak a little louder. Your voice is not coming through very clearly, right? And please keep your hands in front of screen. Moving on to back to the north to contestant number 4.
Hi everyone, I am Bhavya Bansal, alumni of Lovely Professional University, pursuing Masters in Psychology from LPU, and I am a seasoned quizzer from class 7th or 8th, don't remember the exact date, and now trying to improve myself with national level quizzing platforms. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome, Bhavya, seasoned quizzer, as he said, from LPU. Moving on to the contestant number 5, Sparsh.
Hello everyone, I'm Sparsh Jain from IIT Kanpur. I'm a second year undergraduate pursuing a BTech in electrical engineering, and I've also been quizzing since my school days.
Excellent. Welcome, Sparsh. All the best. And closing out our lineup is Venugopal.
Hello everyone, myself Venugopal Chepuri. I'm a second year BTech CSE student as it is a tech quiz, and I am representing Bennett University now. Thank you.
All right, very good. So I think we have 4 technologists and 2 non-technologists by vocation in this quiz. So that should make for a fun quiz as well. So let's get cracking. All attention on the screen, hands in front of camera. Round number 1, around the clock. Let's take a look at the rules. 10 questions on infinite bounds, which means we start with the first assigned question to Aryan on seat 1, and then whoever answers the next question goes to the next person on seat 2. If there are 2 parts to a question, we will not reveal the full answer till we get the complete answer from one of the contestants, and points will be split as 5 and 10. No negative marking whatsoever. Please make a guess. 30 seconds on the direct, 5 seconds on the pass, and hands strictly on screen at all points of time. Part points, if any, at my discretion, if there are some partial answers to a question. Okay, all questions are from the world of technology, but technology as seen in daily life and applied in daily life. Right, Aryan, here we go. Question number 1. In June 2024, an unusual aspirant scored 175 in the UPSC prelims examination in India. Kartikeya Mangalam and his team had trained this applicant using answer keys provided by different coaching institutes such as Vajiram, Vision IAS, and Physics Wala. It proved that study can be a mechanical process. What was the apt 6-letter name of this applicant with its last 2 letters capitalized?
So small question. I can answer within 30 seconds, right?
Yeah,
And
within
after
30
that
seconds.
passes.
Yeah. After that, it passes.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that the last 2 letters, the capitalized ones, are AI, and then
Okay.
the first 4 would be UPSC AI.
UPSC AI. Nice guess. Passes to Aryan on table 2.
Okay, sir. So last 2 are again AI, and I think the app name is Pad AI. So it's basically Padhai. So Padhai in
Excellent
Hindi
answer
means to
there.
read. So,
That is a well worked out answer, Aryan. Absolutely correct. It is indeed Padai. Padai, of course, means to study, which is why that was highlighted in the question. And the AI, of course, was highlighted as Aryan pointed out from SNU as well. But complete answer from Vivekananda there. 10 points to you. Next question going to Akhil. Akhil, here is your question. Seiji Ayogi and colleagues at Kansai University have developed a motorized harpoon-like needle in lieu of a traditional hypodermic syringe. This is meant to help people who have to routinely inject themselves with something. What from nature inspired this unique device, And what kind of people has this been made for? Here is an image. So it says taking a three-pronged approach, a needle that works like a blank could cut injection pain. Like a blank maxilla, a motor pushes one jagged outer shank into the tissue. Next, the opposite harpoon-like shank is inserted by another motor. Finally, a sharpened version of the blank tubular labrum delivers drugs. So they've taken something from nature and created a new type of needle. What is their inspiration and who is this for? Back to the question.
Can I guess that inspiration?
Yeah, you can guess either part, no problem.
So the inspiration I think is from mosquito bites.
What mosquito bites? Can you be a little more precise? What part of what specifically is the inspiration?
The female mosquito when it sucks the blood from your tissue.
Okay, what does it use to suck the blood?
Its nose.
Okay, and for what kind of people has this been designed?
I think for the high sugar patients when they usually they frequently get injected with insulin.
That is good enough. Well worked out, Akhil. I will give it to you. It's the proboscis of the mosquito. But since you explained the concept, I will give it to you. It is the proboscis specifically of the mosquito. You said nose. That's fine. And this is, of course, been designed for patients with diabetes or sugar issues because they have to regularly be injecting themselves with insulin, which is quite a painful process. Good answering. Plus 10 to Akhil on seat 3. Bhavya, your question. One of the essays in Elena Passarello's book, Animals Strike Curious Poses, is about the second manned mission to this research station, in which a spider named Arabella was taken to see how her silk responded to microgravity. Passarella notes that it was not entirely coincidental that they decided to pick a spider, as the mission patch itself was based on a 15th century work of art depicting a figure who also had 8 appendages. Which research station was this, whose debris eventually scattered over Australia in the 1970s? And who was the figure who was in that work of art, who was the kind of, that made it a kind of coincidence that a spider was taken? Here is an image. This is the debris of whatever that is, found in Australia in the 1970s. Let's go back to the question. Yeah. So
Virginia Station or something?
Virginia Station, all right. And who was the figure in that work of art? With 8 appendages? No idea. Passes to Sparsh.
For the figure, I'll guess Vitruvian Man, and
Okay,
for
Vitruvian Man
this, by Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci,
and then research station, do you need a proper noun for the research station?
Yes, we need a proper noun. What's the name of the research station?
Then I'll also go with the Virginia Station.
Virginia, okay. Passes to Venu.
As they said, the figure is Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci. And for the research station, it was like Arabella. And is it the US first space station, Skylab?
It is the Skylab, that is correct. It is the Skylab, well done. This is the Skylab research station, and the Skylab ultimately exploded and debris fell over various parts of the world. And of course, the 8 appendage figure was the Vitruvian Man, the proportions of the perfect human being drawn by the great Leonardo da Vinci. So 5 points to Sparsh on seat 5 and the full 10 points to Venugopal on seat 6. Okay, good. Many teams off the mark. And back to you, Aryan, on seat 1 for you to get off the mark as well. Here's your question. Anna Wiener moved to California to pursue her childhood dream, which was a career in tech. Gradually, through several experiences with sexism in corporate culture, disillusionment began to set in. Soon, she gave up all connections to the industry to work on a memoir about the eerie and mysterious manner in which big tech operated. What did she call her book? Cleverly referencing the place she had moved to using a term coined by a professor of robotics. So we're looking for a two-word answer. All hands on screen, please. Aryan, Viveka, please keep both hands on screen throughout. Yeah. Question is to Aryan SNU. What's the name of the general area called where all the big tech carriers would be there in California? And you have to replace the first word in that with a word that means eerie and mysterious.
Okay, so I want to say this is Uncanny Valley because uncanny does mean eerie and mysterious, and then Valley obviously Silicon Valley reference.
And what do you think the book is about, or what is it about?
I mean, as you mentioned in the question itself, it's about her, the sexism, constant sexism she's faced, and the eerie and mysterious manner. Honestly, this is just a guess. I have no idea.
It is a good guess. I'll give it to you. It's absolutely right. It is Uncanny Valley. Silicon Valley, of course, being the reference to California, and deep tech, and uncanny being the eerie and mysterious thing. And like Aryan said, it's about her disillusionment with how the tech industry operates in California. Good, 10 points to Aryan on seat 1. Question to Aryan from Viveka on seat 2. Elon Musk's ultimate objective is to expand Tesla beyond the confines of an automaker. To that end, Tesla has been developing a supercomputing system designed to be a training ground and thus named after a venue for practicing a combat sport. One of its early implementations was to power a humanoid robot named after a truck, which leads the good faction of alien robots. What is the 4-letter name of the supercomputer? It's from the world of sport. What is the name of the robot, which is from the world of popular culture? Here's an image. There you go. That's what he's developing, right? That may not really help. That's from a demo video. But tell us, what is the supercomputing system called, and what is the name of the robot that the computing system will power?
Oh, sir, robot part, I think it is Optimus.
Optimus.
But, sir, supercomputer, are you sure it's 4 letters?
Yeah, we've set the question. We are sure. Ishu, please answer.
I think it was Colossus, but okay. But second part is surely Optimus. First
Optimus. Okay, first part is Colossus. Passing you to Akhil.
The first part and the second part is Optimus. And the first part is so which combat sport? Sumo.
I'm not saying which combat sport. You tell me.
Sumo.
You're saying sumo.
No.
Sumo. Okay, nice guess. Passes to Bhavya.
No, the combat sport is sumo.
Ah.
The venue is that ring.
Ring. Okay. Nice guess. Not ring. Bhavya?
Tesla Dojo and Tesla Optimus.
Perfect answer. Tesla Dojo. And what is a dojo used for, Bhavya?
Computer vision and recognition something.
No. What is it used for in the world of sports?
I don't know. I read in the Hindu.
Okay. Next time I'm going to expect complete answers, right? If you're working out answers like this, just saying you have read it somewhere will not do. Abid already warned you about this earlier. But for now, we'll give you the 10 points. It is dojo. So dojo is the training ground that's used for several martial arts, especially in Japan, including kendo and judo and so on. So if you said dojo, I would have expected you to know that it's from the world of judo. But yeah, it is the Tesla Dojo, which is the supercomputer, and it's powering the robot, which is Optimus, which Aryan also got. So seat 2, Aryan gets 5 points, and seat 4, Bhavya gets 10 points. Optimus, of course, coming from Optimus Prime on the Transformers. Okay. Sparsh, question for you. A GA is a computation search technique that utilizes concepts like heredity, mutation biology, and Darwin's principles of competition to find the most suitable path. Its quest to find the optimal solution to a problem is dependent on the survival and reproduction of patterns. This happens in due course with the algorithm optimizing itself and no artificial intervention needed. Please pay note to that word, artificial, right? So expand GA, right? And what two-word concept does it utilize in accomplishing its tasks? So think of the kind of opposite of artificial intervention. a two-word concept where something happens in due course by itself. And it is a famous principle from the world of, evolution and biology.
So for the two-word concept, I'll go with natural selection,
Okay.
Darwin's natural selection. For
And what's the
GA,
GA?
um, for GA,
Try to work it out by the fact that A is a word from the world of computing, and G is what is talking about all the subjects covered
genetic algorithm.
there. Excellent. Well worked out. I had to clue you a little bit, but you got there in the end. Very well done. Genetic algorithms. And these genetic algorithms work on the principle of natural selection, which is without an artificial intervention, things happening in due course. Well worked out, Sparsh. Genetic algorithm and natural selection. Venugopal Chapuri, here is your question. During its development, this game was codenamed Project Bolan in honor of Mark Bolan, the frontman of a certain 70s rock band. Played by most people from developing nations like India and Brazil with poor cyber infrastructure, this game is designed to reach completion after 17 million years of game time, roughly arriving at the end point of the life cycle of a species. What game is this? It doesn't have a particular name as such. You can just describe it to us. That is enough. So it's a game mostly played by people from developing nations like India and Brazil. Hopefully, Indians are having to play this game less and less as cyber infrastructure in the country improves. So that's your clue.
Sir, I would say go with this. We used to play in the childhood, like when we get net off the dinosaur game. Used to we get when there is no network or error sometime in the browsers.
In which browser specifically would you get this?
Chrome. Yeah, the
Chrome.
T-Rex.
Very good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is correct. This is the T-Rex or the dinosaur game that you would get when you are out of internet coverage on Chrome, right? So that's why it's meant for 17 million years, because that was the life cycles of the dinosaur species. So this is the dinosaur game in Chrome. Hopefully we're playing it lesser and lesser, because as you can see, we are now people sitting in 7 different geographies and conducting a live online quiz without any dinosaur games coming in between. So that's good. Good answer, Venu. 10 points to you. Question back to you, Aryan. Question number 8. Interesting question. Think through it and give us a good guess. Journalist John Hersey's account of the Hiroshima bombing explores the incident in gruesome detail, including the troubles of the only Red Cross hospital that was in Hiroshima, which was overwhelmed, obviously, by the scale of the devastation. The hospital also lost access to a very basic technology due to the nature of the bomb and was unable to properly examine the internal injuries of many patients. So logically think and tell us what was the problem.
Okay, so Hiroshima was a nuclear bombing, and I'm assuming that because it's internal X-rays. So the radioactivity of the bomb messed around with the X-rays of the Red Cross Hospital, ensuring that the X-rays essentially did not work.
That is good enough. That's a good answer. Well worked out. The simple question, but nicely worked out there. Yes, of course, the nuclear energy from the bomb dropped in Hiroshima. The radiation exposed all the X-ray plates because then the X-rays couldn't work, and therefore they couldn't diagnose the patients. Well done. Good 10 points to you, Aryan. Aryan Viveka, penultimate question of the round to you. This 50-year-old mathematical problem has recently hit the news due to an audacious act that has brought shame upon an institution and exposed its blind spots. It was first solved by graph theorist Vaclav Schwatal, who figured out that the answer depended on the number of vertices. If the shapes here all represent different floor plans, what is this mathematical problem called, or what does it try to address? And why has it been in the news very recently? When I say recently, think very recent. Right, in the last few weeks. So all these vertices, all these diagrams here represent floor plans of a kind. Let's go back to the question. So what is this problem called, or you can describe what it's trying to solve? And why has it been in the news over the last few weeks?
Probably why it has come to the news, maybe because of the Louvre incident in Paris, like the robbery there.
Okay.
And problem trying to do is maybe maybe it's because floor plans, so maybe more efficient route, or maybe the more shorter and safer route to like basically when there is a floor, right? So how do you go to like different exhibits in a shorter or like when you can
As
cover
a visitor.
Sorry?
As a visitor is what you mean,
As a
right?
visitor, yeah.
Okay, got it. Good guess. Passing you to Akhil.
So I think that it's because of that Louvre incident, but the thieves, how they entered into the museum.
How the thieves entered into the museum. Okay, passes. Bhavya?
How can we catch the thieves while entering the museum, I guess?
What do you mean? How can they catch the thieves?
No idea.
Passing you. It's not good enough an answer. Sparsh?
So is this related to like the blind spots of the camera system in the Louvre? So they couldn't be detected. The robbery, when the Louvre robbery happened, the thieves, because like there were certain blind spots due to which they were able to go undetected.
Okay, I'll have to pass you.
The recent news would be the Louvre Museum robbery, sir, and it might be telling about the blind spots where security guards are like CC cameras weren't there, and the thieves can easily get the robbery done easily or kind of thing.
Okay, I'll still have to pass you on that.
I mean, okay, so they've all answered the Louvre heist, which I believe is correct because audacious and brought shame upon an institution. My original answer, which Sparsh mentioned, was camera. Since that's not the answer I'm going to go with, it's the shortest way to get from point A to point B inside of a floor.
Not really, not really. So first we'll give 5 points to Aryan on table 2 for saying the Louvre heist, which is of course correct. Sparsh was very close to the answer by saying blind spots. But what this actually, the problem tries to solve, this is called the art gallery problem. It has been around well before the Louvre incident. What is the minimum number of guards or CCTV cameras that you need to observe the entirety of the art gallery, right? So one of the resultants of this is to figure out blind spots of cameras and places which are unguarded by the security guards and so on. But what the problem tries to solve is the minimum number of guards needed. My team tells me that Sparsh was pretty close to the answer and we can give him points. So what we'll do is we'll split the points in this case alone and give it as a 5 and 5, right? Since I didn't get a complete answer. So we'll give 5 points to seat 2, Aryan, and we'll give 5 points to Sparsh on seat 5. All right. So Sparsh got the last points. So the last question of this round will go to Venugopal. Okay. So Venugopal, simple question for you. In Madhu Muttam's Bharatan effect, we follow the titular neurotic scientist called Bharatan
In Madhu
and his
Muttam's
attempt to create
Bharatan
a
effect,
novel
we
technology.
follow the neurotic science.
Once
Aryan
while
from
observing
Vivekananda. Sir. Aryan from Vivekananda was reading the question.
Yeah, I think it's what
Aryan from Vivekananda was reading out the question loud.
Yeah, Aryan, please don't try stunts like this. Last warning for you. We could clearly hear you reading out the question. If you're trying to read out the question into an AI, etc., and things like that, we will disqualify you right away and send an official letter to your college. This is going on live stream on YouTube, watched by hundreds and thousands of people. Please do not spoil your reputation and the colleges. Last and final warning for you on this, okay? Back to you, Venu. In Madhu Muttam's Bharatan effect, we follow the titular neurotic scientist and his attempt to create a novel technology. Once, while observing a paper rocket staying aloft for such an unusual period of time, he becomes obsessed with inventing such a craft. So he sees a paper rocket staying in the air for a long time and he becomes obsessed. At last, when he succeeds, it is with the help of anti-gravity particles that are suggested to have once helped in a medical mission, a famous airlift across the Park Strait. So, where, according to one theory, did anti-gravity particles help? So this is...
It's mine, sir, right?
Yeah, it's yours. Go for it.
As you said, the famous airlift across the Park Strait. It was for sure. It must be Jaffna included. So it should be the milk mission mostly. Matlab, they just shared the milk packets in the air, and Jaffna got affected due to the these things, and they got the milk. They received the milk packets.
Nice guess. Nice guess. Nothing to do with milk packets and Jaffna. Aryan, on seat one.
My geography is absolutely terrible, so I'm just gonna take a guess. I like what Venugopal said about the siege of Jaffna, so I'll try and build off of his answer. This was to help relieve the siege of Jaffna, which was being carried out by the Sri Lankan army against the LTTE. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Good try. Passes to Aryan Viveka.
Same answer. Maybe because the LTT and Sri Lankan army rift.
Okay. Passes to Akhil.
Is there anything to do with that when 2018 floods happened in Kerala?
2018 floods in Kerala. Nope, not your state question. Passes to Bhavya.
Operation Safed Sagar.
Not Operation Safed Sagar. Passes to Sparsh.
I'm not very sure. I don't have any answers.
Okay. All 6 contestants have taken very serious, very factual, very deep guesses on this question. But anti-gravity apparently helped in this medical mission, the famous airlift across the Park Strait. The Park Strait, of course, separates India from Sri Lanka, which Venugopal established. What is the
Can I
most
take a
famous
guess
example?
now?
Yes, now you can guess, Sparsh, for no points.
Is it Hanuman?
Hanuman
Yes,
Hanuman
it
carrying the
is.
mountain.
It is Hanuman carrying the Gandhamadhan mountain across, right? So apparently anti-gravity particles are what helped in this sustained movement in the air, right? So sometimes it's good to have fun with technology and theories and put them out there in the form of questions. This is Hanuman carrying the Gandhamadhan mountain. So tough luck. Nobody got to that one. So one for the quizmaster at the end of the round. That's the end of the first round of this final of the 3TQ, the 3 Techies quiz brought to you by 3 Techies Banter, India's leading podcast. And let's take a look at the scores. Pretty close, early days in the game, of course. Okay, we have 4 of our contestants on 20 points, which is the 2 Aryans, Sparsh and Venugopal, and Akhil and Bhavya are on 10 points each. A long way to go. I'm sure they'll catch up as well, and it's going to be a pretty close contest. Remember that if you are playing your game and strategy, the best prizes, the significant prizes are for the top 2 finishers. All finalists will, of course, get some good vouchers and prizes. The significant prizes are for the top finishers. Okay, we're now going to go into our next round, which is a buzzer round. So please take your device on which you have joined buzzin.live and hold it up in front of camera. Yeah. And be ready to buzz and answer. We'll tell you the rules. So 6 questions. I will read out the question. The text of what I read out will not come on the screen, but all 6 questions have images, right? So we will allow 2 attempts, which is we will see the order in the buzzin.live screen, and the first 2 people who buzzed, the first person will get the first shot. You have to answer immediately. Please don't buzz and then start thinking. And if you don't get it right, you can immediately the next person will answer. I'd suggest that before we start this round, all of you unmute yourselves so that you don't have to waste time unmuting. Okay, great. Akhil, please unmute yourself as well. Okay, great.
Venki, maybe
Ready?
we can do one test buzz from everyone.
Yeah, one test on the buzzer. I'll ask a sample question. Okay. Akhil, Bhavya, all of you buzz. so that we can see. Aryan. Aryan, Viveka, please buzz.
Yes,
Venugopal, all
yes.
of you, please.
Everyone has. Everyone
Everyone has? Okay, all right. Okay, great. Let's reset the buzzer. Okay, great. Okay.
Was
First
my
question
buzz
coming.
recorded?
Yeah. It was. No worries. First question, we're going to show you an image. Use that and tell us what is the four-letter name of this now defunct internet project. Okay, Akhil has gone for it. Akhil, answer.
Sir, I haven't buzzed.
Okay, I have seen your buzz. Okay, Venugopal.
This must be Loon's project. Loon's
By
Google.
correct.
Alphabet.
I'll give it to you. +8 to Venugopal. I think Akhil maybe buzzed by mistake. We'll give him benefit of doubt. No negatives this time. So Project Loon by Google dropped partly because people thought it was a crazy name. Okay. We're going to show you an image of a thought experiment about whether it is wise to contribute to the development of a super intelligent AI. You have to tell us the name of which mythical creature is in the name of this experiment. So the name of which mythical creature forms a part of this thought experiment about whether it is wise to contribute to the development of a super intelligent AI. And you can kind of see the mythical creature in the fourth panel there.
It's a -4 if you get it wrong, right?
-4. Yeah, -4. Akhil has gone for it.
So I think a dragon.
Not a dragon. -4 to Akhil. Anybody else? Last call.
Aryan,
Aryan SNU. You can't change your answer, Akhil. Aryan SNU.
The world serpent Yogmanda, maybe, I don't know.
Not that. Tough luck. -4 to Aryan SNU, -4 to Akhil. The correct answer is basilisk. This is called Ropko's basilisk. Okay, familiar from the Harry Potter world, if you are a fan. Question number 3. We're going to show you a chatbot. Please tell us which company from the domain of entertainment developed this chatbot. Aryan, Viveka?
Okay, maybe it is Geo Hotstar.
Incorrect. -4. Sparsh?
Is this Inox?
Inox is a good answer, or PBR Inox. Well done. Sparsh gets +8 and Aryan Vivekananda gets -4. Okay. Question number 4. You're going to see a picture with two gentlemen. One of them is Oppenheimer. Who is the other pioneering computer scientist? Let's show the image. Okay. Aryan, Viveka?
It is John von Neumann.
Excellent answer. +8. Good pullback there. I was going to say that he added a 3-letter name to his word when he was an adult. It's John von Neumann. Reset the buzzer. Next question. We're going to show you an image of a robot which is programmed to stick to a designated path. What are such robots called? We need a 2-word answer. They often give, yes, Sparsh?
It's like line follower bots.
Excellent. Line follower robots is a brilliant answer there. Sparsh from IIT Kanpur gets himself a +8. These are line follower robots, and these are used by engineering students for their first taste of robotics. Usually, I'm sure Sparsh is probably. Have you built a line follower robot, Sparsh?
I'm currently working on one.
You're currently working on one. No wonder. Okay. Last question. Identify this historic moment and tell us what's happening. Okay, Sparsh?
This is Watson winning Jeopardy.
Watson winning Jeopardy is excellent. That's all we wanted. IBM Watson winning Jeopardy, beating out Ken Jennings and Brad there. Historic moment for the world of computing and AI. So Sparsh from IIT Kanpur having a great round there, fast on the buzzer and 3 good answers. A couple of negatives for the others and some pullbacks. So let's take a quick look at the scores and before we go on to round number 3. Okay, Sparsh from IIT Kanpur into a good lead on 44. Venugopal has jumped into second place on 28. Close behind his heels is Aryan from Vivekananda on 24. But Aryan from SNU and Bhavya are not too far behind. Akhil will have to pull back a little bit, come back a little bit, which I'm sure he can do. Let's go straight into round number 3, where we have another 10 questions, which will this time go in reverse order, starting from Venugopal. Same rules as before, plus 10, no negatives. And all hands, both hands on screen, please. And please don't try. You can, Aryan, Viveka, you can put your phone down. The buzzer round is done. Yeah? All right. Okay. Venugopal, here is your question. Prompt engineering, as you might all know, is one of the most important skills for modern AI specialists to learn and master. COT prompting is a technique that enables complex reasoning through a series of intermediate steps, connecting one logical sequence to another, much like the human brain. All you have to do is not lose your COT. What is COT? Venugopal seems to know it.
Yes, sir, I can go with. It's like I just learned prompt engineering. It's like chain of thought where we get a main topic and we give it to the LLMs, and it thinks about the topic and gives the answer.
Absolutely right. Chain of thought is all that we wanted. Simple question. You get yourself 10 points. There's a nice little example there. You can just go back so that the contestants and the viewers can see that example of chain of thought. So standard prompting would say Roger has 5 tennis balls. He buys 2 more cans. Each can has 3. How many tennis balls does he have now? Whereas, the chain of thought prompting would say, the answer would logically give you step by step, saying that started with 5, 2 cans are 6, so 5 plus 6 is 11, and therefore the answer is 11, right? And sometimes the model output can be absolutely right when you prompt it correctly through COT. Well done. 10 points to Venugopal. And next question to Sparsh, who will look to consolidate his lead. This is Yuval Noah Harari's new book, where he examines the vast network of linkages that hold human societies together. In the book, he speaks of a partition that has descended between us and the algorithms we've created. He names this partition the dash dash, substituting the first word in a term coined by Winston Churchill, famously to refer to a partition in Europe. What is the 5-letter title of Yuval Noah Harari's new book? And fill in the blanks with the first word being the name of an element crucial to the computing industry. There's an image. So this is the book. It's a brief history of information networks from the Stone Age to AI. Yuval Noah Harari, of course, famous author for writing books like Sapiens and so on. Sparsh.
Is the title Nexus, and then the blanks, I believe, silicon curtain.
What was the original term coined by Winston Churchill?
Iron curtain.
Iron curtain and silicon curtain. And you're saying the 5-letter title is Nexus. Just because we are hosting the quiz, you don't have to give answers like that. But in this case, it's absolutely right. So take your full 10 points. That is the right answer. The book is indeed called Nexus. No relation, of course, to us. We're putting this quiz together for you. But the term he coined was the silicon curtain, where he says, just like Churchill said, an iron curtain is descending on Europe to talk about the rise of communism post-World War. Yuval Noah Harari says there's a silicon curtain to talk about the distance between the humans and the algorithms we create. Okay, Bhavya, all yours. This is a chart mapping various kinds of threats to the survival of mankind. On the top right corner is the idea of X risk, a concept put forth by technological cynics who posit that one day AI will evolve into a kind of super intelligence that will wipe out humanity. Why is it called X risk? X here is not a variable standing in for something. The name itself is X risk. Here's the chart or the map, right? So it says loss of one beetle species, drastic loss of biodiversity, and X risk. Global warming, destruction of ozone layer, aging, congestion from one extra vehicle risks. So they're talking about generational, global, and local risks. So why is that called X risk? Go back to the text. They are saying this X risk has been kind of propounded or it's been put forth by technology cynics who are saying that AI will wipe out humanity.
As the things happened in past are termed as X or something, so AI will wipe out humanity. So humans will be considered a thing of past. So
thing
that
of the
is why
past.
That
Okay,
is
so
why
the
it is
X here
termed.
denotes the past. Okay, nice guess.
Yeah.
Nice guess. Akhil?
Thing for this existential crisis.
What crisis?
Existential crisis.
And what does that mean?
See, AI might substitute humans in many fields, so it's gradually taking over the world. So anything with that.
I will give it to you. It is the existential crisis. That's what the X there stands for. Essentially, the humans will get wiped out. So our very existence may be at risk, is the idea. So it's existential risk or existential crisis. Not a very convincing explanation, but good enough. I'll give it to you. It's 10 points to Akhil on seat 3. Aryan, your question. Developed by Ame Desai, Walk, WALK, is a wearable aid that correctly measures and corrects the gaits of patients suffering from Parkinson's. It's enhanced by uploading live information about the walk to a cloud platform for doctors to monitor and adjust the therapy. What is the 10-letter name of this platform? Alluding to the fact that it helps people rediscover the route to recovery. The name is shared by one of India's largest chain of coaching institutes. So here is the image. So this is Walk. It's a wearable mobility aid used for people with Parkinson's, who, as you know, it's a neurological disorder, and they kind of forget what is the way to go from, say, their home to the park or whatever. The fact that it helps people discover the route gives it what 10-letter name, which is the same as that of a chain of coaching institutes. It's like a crossword clue. Come up with a 10-letter name for this. You can give it as 2 words as well if you like. If you think about it as 2 words, it's 4, 6. Need an answer now, Aryan?
No, I had one doubt. Is the coaching institute's name and that 10 letters same?
It's the same. It's the same. Otherwise, we would have told you it's different, right? Its name is shared. It's the same. Last 5 seconds before I pass you.
Maybe it is Khan Academy.
Not Khan Academy. Passes to Aryan SNU.
Okay, so 10-letter coaching name shares its same name with this platform, which helps people rediscover the way to walk.
Yeah. That's the question. What's the answer?
I wish I knew.
Okay. Fair enough. Passes to Venu.
It must be, as I said, Parkinson's and everything. It must be Pathfinder, where it shows the path through the patients to the doctors.
Pathfinder is all that we wanted. Well done, Venugopal. Pathfinder is correct. Don't know if you knew or worked out or guessed, but this is called Pathfinder because simply you are finding the path to go from one place to the other, which is what Parkinson's patients lack. And Pathfinder, of course, is a series of institutes. So Venugopal gets himself 10 points on that. And the next question goes to Sparsh. This variant of chess was created in the 1950s to be played by the Maniac 1 computer developed by a team working somewhere in New Mexico in the US. It is also sometimes called anti-clerical chess. This is a consequence of something done to reduce the complexity of the game so that it could be accommodated by the less than sophisticated computers that were available in the 1950s. You know, it took much more progress for computers to be able to handle full chess simulations. What is it called after its birthplace? So that specific location is 3, 6 in New Mexico. And why is it called anti-clerical? Here is a useful image, I think. There you go. You saw a very similar image not too long back.
There's Los Alamos and there's no bishops. That's why it's anti-clerical.
Absolutely.
It's a 6x6 board.
It's a 6x6 board with no bishops, and bishops are clerics, so it's anti-clerical. And it's at Los Alamos, which is where the Manhattan Project happened. You also saw the earlier picture of Oppenheimer and von Neumann from the same location. Sparsh is on fire today. Good answer there. Another 10 points, well worked out. Question to Bhavya. Deception Detector is an AI-powered service launched by a company launched in the 2010s. It scans through photos and lines of text to check for AI-generated content in photos and permanently removes them from the platform. Which company launched this service, or which platform launched this Deception Detector service? A biopic about its founder was released in 2025. We're going to show you an image from the biopic. What is the six-letter title of the film, the biopic? A reference to an action performed by most of platform's users and how she stole the tech limelight. So it's a lady founder. There you go. This is an image from the biopic. Should make it easy. What is the company or platform? And what is the name of this film?
Company is Bumble. Bumble dating app.
Correct. What
But
is
the
the
six-letter
six-letter title
title.
of the film? The action performed by everybody on the platform. Think of it in past tense.
Ghosting. No, ghosting.
Not ghosting. Passes to Akhil.
The answer is Swiped.
And the company is?
Bumble, because
Bumble and Swiped. Do you
yeah.
know what the name of the lady is?
No, I will see.
Okay, this is Whitney Wolf of Bumble. And 5 points to Bhavya for saying Bumble. They've launched Deception Detector so that people don't put AI photos or text on it. And the movie is called Swiped. Bhavya, tough luck. I think you knew that. It just didn't come to you today. Bumble gets you 5 points, and Akhil gets the full 10 points for saying Bumble and Swiped. Next question goes direct to Aryan from Vivekananda. BERT is a state-of-the-art technique in natural language processing that utilizes transformer encoder blocks to predict missing words in any given text. BERT predicts the missing data based on both the previous word and the following word in the sequence. So since it does both the previous and the following word, the letter B is there in its name. So what does the B stand for? One of the data sets it's used to train is a free online corpus containing more than 4.6 billion words, with more added and edited every day. So what is this data set without which most quizzers would be at sea? For all of us, this data set or this website is very, very important. It has 4.6 billion words and more are added and edited every day. So BERT is trained on that data set. So what is that? Second part should be very simple. Take an obvious guess. What is a resource that all quizzers go to on the web?
Data set maybe Encyclopedia Britannica.
Okay. And what does the B stand for?
B maybe I so for second part is Encyclopedia Britannica. First part might be by directional.
Okay. Passes to Aryan SNU.
The data set is Wikipedia
And what would the first part be?
I mean, based on both the previous and the following words, my original answer was behind, but
What is your final answer?
behind. Let's just go with behind.
Behind. Okay. I'm going to stop it here. And since two of you have given two parts of the answer, I'm going to give you 5 points each. So it is indeed bidirectional because it's both in front and behind. That's why it's called bidirectional. That's the BERT. And of course, the data set is not Encyclopedia Britannica. It's the English language Wikipedia. Right? So 5 points each to the two Aryans on seats 2 and 1. Aryan on seat 2 getting the tougher part and missing the easier part, which is Wikipedia. And Aryan on seat 1 not jumping onto his answer and gaining 5 more points. Tough luck. Next question to Venugopal, who's a more seasoned quizzer and so has a smile on his face. The formation of XAI was announced on the carefully calculated date of 12/7/23. The date was chosen as an homage to a sci-fi work where the Earth is actually said to be a giant supercomputer created by another supercomputer called Deep Thought. What work is this, whose title of book helps you find your way around the universe? How is this date an homage to the work? Look at the date carefully, do some calculations around it. If you know what book this is, there is a number that is associated with the book, which you should get if you look at that date carefully. Come on, Venugopal, question is yours.
The word must be Hitchcock's Guide to Galaxy at the 42 number that belief the people follows. Hitchcock's Guide to Galaxy.
What is the belief about 42?
It's like my friend told me it's like 42 team. We just had a team name called 42. I just asked her, and I don't remember what exactly was Team 42, but the book must be the Hitchcock's Guide to Galaxy, and the 42 was the theory.
But how is the date an homage to the work? Passing you?
No, sir.
Passing you to Sparsh?
So like the numbers sum up to 42. The book is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and then 42 is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything.
That's the perfect answer. The numbers sum up to 42. 12 plus 7 plus 23 is 42. As simple as that. And 42 is the ultimate answer to the ultimate question of the life, universe, and everything. Book is, of course, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So Venugopal gets 5 points, and Sparsh gets himself another good 10 points there. So 5 points to Venugopal and plus 10 to Sparsh. Bhavya, question to you, penultimate question of this round. HCF is a TV show which presented a fictionalized version of the personal computing revolution of the 1980s. Its title is a mnemonic used in assembly language. It is a reference to a hypothetical instruction that would cause a computer's CPU to stop operating and in certain cases overheat uncontrollably. What is HCF? So dash and dash dash. That's what HCF is. So give me 3 English words. I will also tell you first it's 4 letters, 5 letters, and 4 letters.
HCF is not highest factor wala.
No, HCF in this context stands for a word, a phrase that is used in computing language to tell the CPU to stop operating and in some cases overheat. So what is HCF? It's 4 letters, 5 letters, and 4 letters. It's H and CF.
Pass.
Akhil?
So I think the answer is Halt and Catch Fire, because I have seen this thing in one movie named I Am Kadalin, where he did this in his enemy's CPU, where it suddenly stopped and overheated, that made it catch fire.
And so the final answer is?
Halt and Catch Fire.
Halt and Catch Fire. That is the right answer. 10 points to you on Halt and Catch Fire. That's the name of the TV show. And it's also the early command for CPUs to stop what they are doing. Okay. We come to the last question of the passing round to Aryan Vivekananda. It's a very interesting question. It comes from the 3TB podcast. If you have listened to it, one of the many fascinating stories discussed on 3TB is the following. How the standard US rail gauge of size of 4 feet 8.5 inches is linked to the size of another more advanced mode of transport whose solid rocket booster had to fit through railway tunnels. A chapter of British history when it was occupied by the Romans led to this. This is because the Romans built numerous roads of this particular width. So this particular width, 4 feet and 8 inches, was the size of the roads built by humans. Then it became the size of the standard US rail gauge. And then it became the size of something else, which had solid rocket boosters. So how did the Romans decide on this measurement? And what was this transport that we're talking about, which the first one of which was named Enterprise? The odd story of railroad gauge and blank. Aryan Vivekananda, please answer.
Maybe the measurement was decided because that road was not only like used for people but also by horses and animals, like to carry particular goods and all.
Okay.
So maybe because of that they decided on that particular measurement. Transport.
Enterprise was the first what?
Enterprise was like the first official, like kind of early train design or train or something.
Passes? Nope. Aryan, SNU?
The transport is the space shuttle, so Space Shuttle Enterprise, and I would have liked to say the Star Trek ship USS Enterprise, but Space Shuttle is the actual answer.
Okay.
The Romans decided on this measurement, so I will go with what Aryan Vivekananda said, which was this was the average size of horse carts at the time.
And
Actually,
so the road size,
the
so the road size had to accommodate the horse carts. That's what you're saying,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is the right answer. Well done. This time you picked correctly and you get yourself the full 10 points. This was the Romans decided on this width because that was the width of the chariots or wagons based on the width of horses. And Enterprise, of course, is the first of the space shuttles launched by the US. It's not the Star Trek Enterprise. Good that you said it's the Space Shuttle Enterprise. Excellent. So, this is one of the things that's discussed on Three Techies Banter. So even if you haven't watched the podcast, this gives you a flavor of the kind of subjects discussed there. When you encounter an unusual standard like 4 feet, 8.5 inches, you know that the legacy of Imperial Rome lives on. 5 points to seat 2, Aryan, and 10 points to seat 1, Aryan. Right? So it's been a fantastic quiz. Thank you very much to all 6 of you for playing. We'll take a penultimate look at the scores and then go into our final buzzer round, which has 6 questions. Okay, Sparsh is into a healthy lead with 74, and Venugopal is trying to hold on to second place at 53. But Akhil from CET is biting on his heels at 36. Aryan from Vivekananda, Aryan from SNU, both in the 30s. Bhavya, unfortunately, not having a great day today, but he's a fantastic quizzer. And there are still 48 points at stake. So it's really anybody's game to finish in any of the positions in this quiz. Please take your devices back, unmute yourselves, and time to do the final buzzer
Can
round.
we hold on for a second, please? I got kicked out of the buzzer thing.
No,
Yeah.
everyone.
Everybody will have to join a new game. There's a code that's been given on the chat.
All right.
We'll hold on a few minutes because the previous buzzer disconnected. So all of you will have to join a new game. Yeah. Venugopal is there. Aryan Viveka is there. Bhavya is there. Right. Do we have all 6 tempted?
Yeah, all 6 are there. Can you just press the buzzer, Akhil and Sparsh? Okay.
Great. Reset the buzzer. 6 questions, all to do with things discussed on 3TB. So if you watch the podcast and the shots, excellent advantage for you. Nothing is coming on the screen. I'm just going to read out the question. If you buzz while I'm still reading out, I will stop reading. Okay? For the first contestant. And if the second person is also buzzed, I will stop reading for that person also. Right? So if you interrupt me, you'll have to answer immediately. All of you, please unmute so that you don't have to waste time unmuting. And please answer as soon as I call out your name. Akhil, please unmute. Okay. All the best. 6 questions. Here we go. One of the earliest known literary references to a smart home was in the short story There Will Come Soft Rains by which sci-fi author? His most famous work involves firemen destroying books. There Will Come Soft Rains. Aryan SNU?
George Orwell.
Incorrect. -4. Second on the buzzer, Bhavya.
Ray Bradbury.
Perfect answer, Ray Bradbury. Fahrenheit
Right.
451 being the second book. Firemen destroying books. Ray Bradbury in There Will Come Soft Rains predicted a smart home. So -4 to 1 plus 8 to 4. Question number 2. What kind of objects does ENSO manufacture in a sustainable fashion to reduce their contribution to air pollution due to constant friction. The word ENSO is the Japanese for circle. So ENSO is a company. Aryan SNU?
Tires.
Tires is right. Well done. Good guess. +8 on tires, constant friction and air pollution. So tires, Aryan SNU on seat 1, pulling one back there. Third question. In 2023, Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi delivered a speech in Tamil using which indigenous AI-powered language translation tool? In 2023, Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi delivered a speech in Tamil using which AI-powered, Akhil?
It is Bhashini.
Bhashini is a good answer, Akhil. +8 on Bhashini. +8 to Akhil on seat 3. Question number 4. What technology was invented by a gentleman called Andy Hildebrand by adapting signal processing methods used to study underground oil reserves? Its first application was in Cher's 1998 song Believe. Bhavya?
Auto-tune.
Excellent, Bhavya. +8 auto-tune used by Cher in Believe. That is Andy Hildebrand and auto-tune, originally adopted from oil reserves. Penultimate question of 3TQ 2025. In 2024, the food delivery giant Meituan, MEITUAN, hit the headlines by delivering snacks to tourists at the BADALING section of which site? Aryan Vivekananda?
Maybe
Answer,
May
please.
to maybe May to one delivered to the International Space Station.
Incorrect. -4 to you. I'm repeating the question. Meituan, a food delivery giant, hit the headlines by delivering snacks to tourists at the BADALING section of which site? Closing in 5, 4, 3. Aryan SNU?
The Great Wall of China.
Is the right answer. The Great Wall of China is correct. So Meituan is a Chinese company and Badaling also could have given you the way to China. Very last question of 3TQ first edition coming up. Thank you very much to our 6 finalists from 6 esteemed institutions in the country: Shiv Nadar University, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, College of Engineering Trivandrum, Lovely Professional University, IIT Kanpur, and Bennett University. We couldn't have asked for 6 better colleges to be in the finale of the first ever quiz. And thanks to all of you who are watching this or will watch this on the stream on the 3TB YouTube channel. Final question coming up. Which futuristic TV series featured a flip phone called the Communicator, leading to Motorola calling their first flip phone STARTAC? Which futuristic Aryan SNU?
Star Trek.
Is correct. This time you have your Star Trek. That's the right answer. So you are a Star Trek fan, clearly. So Star Trek featured a flip phone, which is one of the early...
I actually think Star Trek is kind of very middle of the pack. I prefer Star Wars, but yeah.
Yeah, but so long as it gets you a valuable 8 points in a quiz,
sir.
who's going to complain?
Absolutely.
So that was Star Trek and Motorola calling its phone Star Tac. All right, exciting finish. Let's see if any positions have changed because Aryan from SNU has made a very strong comeback by answering the last 2 questions in a row and he's getting 3 answers in this round. So let's see if that's impacted anything. Final results. Our first ever 3TQ champion is Spash Jain from IIT Kanpur with a commanding score of 53 points. And despite that stirring comeback, holding on to second position is Venugopal Chepuri from Bennett University. And in a narrow finish, just finishing third by 2 points, is Aryan from Shiv Nadar University. Akhil from College of Engineering Trivandrum in 4th place on 44. A good comeback by Bhavya from Lovely Professional University on 31. Just a couple of misses today, otherwise podium was possible. And Aryan from Vivekananda College with some great answers finishes on 30 points. All finalists, you are assured of vouchers and prizes. And Sparsh and Venugopal, your special devices will come to you. All of you, please stay on the call after we conclude the live stream and give all of your details, your phone numbers, email IDs, and detailed addresses to the Nexus team. so that we can send you everything. Because the first, there will be books which will be couriered to all of you. So please give your physical residential addresses as well. At this point, I would like to invite Samiran Ghosh once again to take center stage and share his thoughts as we conclude the first edition of 3TQ. Samiran, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Venu, and thank you everyone for making this so interesting, competitive, and it almost is a redemption of our belief that people are actually listening. I mean, it's either you have listened or at least you are aware, which means we are at least saying the right things. So, thank you very much for making this quiz so much fun and kind of giving us the confidence that we are doing the right thing, and hopefully we will kind of take this forward to editions 2, 3, 4, and many more. So thank you. Congratulations to the top finishers, and of course, great effort. And like I said at the beginning, a quiz is one of the cleanest sports. You learn, you become better, you come back again, and you do even better. So thank you again, and back to you, Venu. Venki, thank you so much for doing this and conducting it so seamlessly.
Thank you, Samiran, and please thank the rest of the 3TB team from us at Nexus and on behalf of all participants for starting and seeding an inter-college tech quiz across the country. And like you said, hopefully we will take this places, we will take this offline, and make this a
Absolutely.
national level quiz very shortly with all your support. So thank you all very much, and thank you to all the people watching on the live stream. Please do continue to support by consuming all the content on the 3Techies Banter YouTube channel. And of course, if you're a quiz enthusiast, do hop over to the Nexus Consulting YouTube channels and social platforms to check out the content that we have, as well as future announcements of quizzes. This is your quiz master, Venki Srinivasan, saying good evening, enjoy your Sunday, and signing off. Contestants, please continue to stay on the call. Nexus team, you can stop the live stream and you can take over from here, please. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, participants, you can just give your full name, phone number, and postal address to Shorjo Nexus that you see there. You can please send all those details to him. All of you have to do it. Please do so right away on the chat. On Zoom chat is fine. Your full name, your phone number, your email address, and your postal address.
Abid, are we off live?
It only ends when I end the call. Vijay, can we end the live? Oh, he's not on the call, so Vijay is left. So it'll end when we end the call. You can drop off. It's okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Well played, everyone. Well done. Sparsh and Venu. And thanks to the two Aryans, Akhil and Bhavya. Well done. Bye-bye.
So we need to message in the everyone's, right?
Once you've done that, can we leave?
Yes, once you're submitted, please.
Yeah, just wait for me to confirm. So I've
Yes.
only got from Aryan Pratap Singh as of now.
Yeah.
I've also got from Bhavya.
I'll
I'm putting in the all chat as well, Shorjo.
Okay.
I'll
So the two Aryans, Bhavya and Sparsh, we've got Venu and Akhil. I hope you're typing.
I think Venu is also in.
Yeah.
Could you possibly share the methods to get in touch with Nexus Consulting? That's all right.
You can just reach out through our website. There is a phone
Your
number
website?
and a name.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
Akhil, I hope you're typing.
Yeah, it's a long address. I need to type. See, I've sent it to Sorjo Nexus direct
Yeah,
message.
got it. Got it. Thanks.
Okay, thanks everyone. End the call.